Geek Crafter. And today we're doing mushrooms and a basket. And this is a bit funny because it was my understanding that when you pick mushrooms, you don't want a deep basket, because if you layer the mushrooms on top of each other, they squish each other. And especially these are chanterelles, I think you say, are pretty delicate. Very easy, very tasty though. Very tasty. So I'm noticing something I wanted to address. See, we did have 3 with Christmas theme, and then it got a bit generic. These 2 are a bit generic, but these are more fall themed, and so I would say is the mushroom hunting. The bunny is more of a spring theme, so we're jumping around a bit, and that's nice. Then you have something for the rest of the year. I just wanted to address that. But let's move these in here, and a card base would be nice. Here we go. No, I don't want to cut my card base. Just want to fold it. And yes, you could take the dies from what, the 8th, 9th, 10th, and today, and do one card with a hedgehog in a raincoat with an umbrella picking, or holding an umbrella in one hand, and then having this basket over his or hers arm, picking mushrooms with clouds overhead. So that's kind of cool. Let's start by cutting this in black and gluing it here. And I can probably use some scraps for the mushrooms. Those don't take up a lot of space. Just put a piece of paper under here because it has a tendency to get stuck. And I know that's on purpose, but it's a bit annoying. There. And this won't do. No, I need a piece of this one. Such. Oh, keep going. Keep going. Just got my some glue here. I saw Crafty Owls live, and that's all I've watched with this particular product. And she made flowers, and they were nice, very nice, very creative. And apparently she isn't the only one who saw a flower. I am not one who picks mushrooms. I am not certain enough of my skill to do that, but I will eat them if someone else says they're good enough. Someone I trust. I have a friend, she likes finding mushrooms, and she's good at it. She just doesn't eat them. She doesn't like the taste. So it's a bit daunting, eating mushrooms someone else picked who won't eat them. But I haven't died yet, so. Like I said, this is a very deep basket. I think maybe I'll just cut it off up here or something. Maybe. We'll see. This one we can keep. There. This one's too small. And this one goes in. Now the mushrooms are yellowish in color, not brown, as you may expect them to be. Oh, that. Okay, that's really crooked. Goodness me. So, my card. Oh. So I'm going to have to add a color. But these are all too yellow. For a sec, I do have a. We're looking for something like this. This maybe? You will let go. Maybe with the tiny bit of, I don't know, brown? Or is it more reddish here in the middle? This is hard. But yellow we need. We need the yellow. So that's there. And I have some Kraft I can use for the basket. Let's just cut some out and then we'll see. Let's just do this one first. Yeah. And a basket. There's more for that one. I'm thinking actually maybe I'll layer some of this. So let's take an extra. Got the yellow. I'm going to need quite a few mushrooms though. I'm thinking. I was thinking I did make for some years ago. I made a card with an autumn theme, so I do have things like acorns and that kind of could be there. So maybe I'll add in some of that. But let's start with some mushrooms. Did you know that Jingle Bells is more than 100 years old and therefore public domain, and I can hum it on YouTube without repercussions? That is very nice to know. Because I often, when I'm doing something, I don't have anything slightly intelligent to say, I don't know what to do. I feel like it's very quiet. Unfortunately, I can't just pick a recording of the song and play it for you, because that will have its own copyright from the people who did it. The instruments or the vocals, or both. Or maybe none of them, because it's some company that bought the rights and the artist no longer benefits, but nevertheless, I am allowed to hum it. I think I need to find more old music that I can actually hum when it comes to lives, because this it is frustrating, a tiny bit frustrating. Okay, is this enough? Let's stop here for now. And I was debating whether I should do some shading with some brown, and that would be vintage photo. It is the lightest brown I have, and I'm uncertain which tool will be the best for this, because let's just put these away. Less clutter, it's better. All right. Piece of paper. Because I figured if I don't know if you can see that, and why are you off? That's not very helpful. Here we go. Sorry, I was just, I have the live running over here because I need to see if someone writes something. Having it ping at me would be a bad idea. I would just, not that it happens all that often, but that is why I always keep it in the background. Just needed to have a look at the pictures one last time. So if we do it like that, then I should be able to shade that part, hopefully. Maybe it'll be easier with the Q-tip. Let's try that out for a sec. I'll be right back. Let's try this. I've never tried it, but in theory it should work. I don't want that much, so let's see. Hold it up here for you. I don't know if that was enough, but the trick with the paper worked. So. Could be, and then there was a tiny bit of color underneath. That would be warm gray. I picked number 1, not a half. I think that's okay. That should be okay. Okay. Let's do this. Because it's going to take a while. It's kind of fiddly. But I think that's the way we're going. Let's start with the brown. That's the finished one. This one still needs the pen detail. I think this one was a bit too much, but trial and error. Ooh, there was 2 types. I don't know if I can do it with this one. I don't think I can. What do you think? I'm not gonna try, but you can tell me. Or if the very few people who are out there actually write and say I should try, I will do so, but I don't think I can shade this one. It's just too closed. So, for now, they just go in the pile over here. Doesn't seem like anyone is interested in that, so I'm going to see what we can do here. So we can put this away on the list, of course. Put that away for now. I may need more later. put that away though. Okay. Let's try one of those higher ones. I think that works. You want to see maybe what they ended up looking like? I hope I'm hitting the camera right here. I have to stand up to actually see the camera. My camera over here is a bit late, so, but it seems okay. Oh, no, bit over half turned the wrong way. Turn around. It's a bit easier to work if they're all orientated the same direction. And then a bit of shading here. Tiny bit. We're getting close to the halfway mark for Christmas. Not the calendar though, since it goes to the for December. Just want to keep that for the record. So, where did I put that in there? It's over here. Okay, and then just gonna start by cutting off the bottom of this. Okay. This may be better in terms of collecting mushrooms, but I think I'm going to put a tiny bit of a bottom on here. When you have to cut straight for a longer distance, it's easier with longer scissors, in my opinion anyway. So like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. I need some shading on this piece. Double up the handle, because it will be what is closest to who's viewing the card. Too much glue. Far too much glue. Alright. So if we put it up at the tippy top on the bottom piece and here on the other one, should have a good adhesion. as such. Right. I don't think I took that drop shadow down far enough. Will you fix that maybe? So let's do around the handle here. Okay. The finished elements. This one can go in the trash. Alright. I need a ground of some kind for this. And I was thinking just doing a bit of brown. Maybe with a torn edge. Maybe that'll look good. Let's try it. Always cover it up with the panel. And then some mushrooms in and around. Yeah, I think that'll do nicely. Maybe I should glue the mushrooms on here first. Yep. Go there. Okay. Good thing to have more than one tool. And let's do that. Let go. One like this. I'm going to have to put this down. This. There. That was not where I wanted it. That is impressively annoying. Guess the glue dried out. And one like that. Let's turn it over and see. Maybe one more. Up here. We'll stop here, I think. Okay. Just trying to keep the card base closed. And then scattering of these. That was not what I expected. Try that again. There behind. And the rest can go in front. I was thinking maybe a piece of foam tape. Just a thin piece. I think most of these are doubles though. Here. Some thin ones. Just gonna take my regular scissors. See? Come on, let go of me. This one, yep. And then a skinny one. It's important to get this piece here straight in this, because otherwise you'll notice it. All right. That was the wrong end. All right, need to put this away. Try to at least, so I can get to the trash. To wipe my glue bottle and myself. These are now. This is very simple, and I'm not gonna make a sentiment for it, like I explained yesterday and one of the other days. I don't know who this card is for, so I don't want to put a sentiment or anything on it yet. It did turn out quite nice. I can definitely see that those are Chantal mushrooms. That is for sure. So this was today's video. Oh, this was a fast one. Damn. Goodness me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry, it just keeps being dirt on my card. And I'm always afraid that the dirt is actually stuck to the card because I have a tendency to dirty the card base if it's all white. So I panic a bit every time I see dirt. I hope you enjoyed this, that you'll be back tomorrow for another one. And until then, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening, or night. På gensyn.